have to say, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, however you celebrate, that this has definitely been a weird year. And so we probably did a lot of virtual celebrating more than normal. But, I do think, and I heard something, wait for a few other attendees to arrive. But today I was listening to my friend Teresa's live, and there was one woman who commented that she didn't get any gifts, or something that was sort of made the sense that she didn't get what she wanted, or something to that effect. And I thought, I'm so happy today that we're all coming together, because it's like you get to give yourself the gift of giving yourself whatever it is you want, instead of waiting for somebody to give it to you. The best news of all is that you can give it to yourself. So I think that's beautiful. And when we fill ourselves up with what we want, what we truly desire, we actually have so much more energy. Hi, Sophia. Good morning. We have so much more energy to give back to others, because it is really fun to give as well. But I also like that we can gift ourselves our wishes. Well, anyway, let's get started. I'm so happy that you all are here. I'm Alexa, you probably know, the creator of Wishbeads and author of the book Wishwork, Mama Wisher, and reinventing the wish all the time, because it's really not like wish beads are magic, but you are magic. You have the ability to really see, imagine, and take action towards your deepest desires, which is so fun and such a gift, right? Because you can give yourself whatever it is you truly did not desire. But I will tell you, I want to go back a little bit in time, a couple of years ago, right, Kanani? That's when we first met.
Actually, yes, a couple years, yes.
A couple of years ago, January, actually almost 2 years. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Mama Chiquita in the house with a little chick. Looks like it could be a chick in the house too. But Kanani,
that's my Alexa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So Kanani and I met 2 years ago, January, and it was dawn in Hilo, Hawaii. And we had a very special guest for the retreat that I was attending, and it was Kanani. And when we went to the water's edge, which is where we first met, you taught us about our connection to nature. And at one point, I remember this, we were going to do yoga on the beach, which I think we did, but really the powerful thing was the time that we spent learning from you, Kanani, at the water's edge in Hawaii. And at one point you spoke about our communion with nature. And at that point, we were on a pebble beach. I don't know if you remember this, but the water actually spoke. I mean, it was like this rush came in, and all of a sudden, all the bubbles, I mean, all the sound of the stones just went, and it was echoing something that you had just said. It was wild, absolutely wild. And it's what's so interesting, and I talked a little bit about this on my live this morning, was the energy or the seed that you planted that day 2 years ago, I believe is part of the process that I've had of reconnecting with the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and swimming in the ocean at dawn these past few months. Really, I mean, I think about you all the time when I get in that water and I see dolphins or sea lions, or feel the energy of just being immersed in nature. So thank you, Kanani, for that beautiful seed that you planted in me 2 years ago.
Oh, you're welcome, Alexa. That was such a special sunrise ceremony. I've been trained in that sacred time of day and how to gift back to the land for everything that the land sustains us. And we believe that here in Hawaii, our culture gifts the four main gods, Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanaloa, the god foods. And so Kane and Kanaloa were present that morning. Kane is the god of fresh water and sunlight, and Kanaloa is the ocean, all the way to the deep, deep depths of the sea. And so it's also symbolic of the subconscious and the conscious or the awakened mind. And so for us in the wish world, we're digging deep and we're going and befriending all that energy and power that lives in the teacher within the subconscious. And when we look at the surfers, because we were at a surf spot
Yeah.
and we were watching these beautiful keepers of that space that is the boundary between the subconscious and the conscious mind just frolicking on the waves, right? And we were talking about how they're the keepers of that park and that they take care of the park. They weed whack and they landscape and they get the kids who don't have parental guidance and no supervision and maybe going a little bit wayward. And some of the uncle surfers will take them to love the park, and then they see the mothers come down with the children, and all of a sudden it starts to feel more like family and more like home and more like ownership and responsibility. And so it's there that the spaces of the land start to reach deep. And it's in that reaching and that relation that you start to feel the wealth and the richness of those immeasurable gifts that you can have in relation with the land and with each other.
Yeah.
That although we have beautiful things to wear and lovely symbols of who we are, adorning and festooning our world, the most beautiful riches are in the relations. It's in our relationship. And when the land talks like how it did, that was a really magical morning. Like I couldn't get, remember I saw you on the plane a couple days later and I was like,
Yes. Which
I
was
don't,
another sign, by the way. I mean, think about this. Like I met Kanani on the beach. That's all we saw each other. And 2 days later, I'm on a plane and I see you again. And I was like, imagine that. And we said hello to one another.
and I was reaching out to you like, I need your number. We need to talk
Yeah.
about what came out of our mouths, because for me, it was magic too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be here. I'm so glad to be with everyone here. Aloha. Aloha, kaliki maka. A loving, belated Christmas to all. Aloha.
Aw. You know, you bring up community, and I remember so distinctly the gentleman who was floating on his surfboard, and he also works, I think I want to say he worked in the water management. Was that true? Works in water management, and just how beautiful that connection was, and the community and the safety, and almost like a child with loving parents. You do feel like held and safe in that friendship. And it was so cool to just sort of be privy to that, especially as somebody who is a guest of the island. And when I do reflect on my own new desire, and by the way, Annie Spong is here on our Wishcircle. Annie is the reason, and she built this beautiful community of people who swim in the ocean at dawn. And it was through my son. Our sons are best friends, and that I started going. And there's something so beautiful about swimming in the ocean, and then you like come up on a surfer or a paddle boarder, and there's just this uh kind of sparkle between just the saying hello and good morning. It's just such an unusual place to talk to people. And anyway, it's quite lovely. And also, Kelsey is here, and she was an Instagram friend and a customer, and then an Instagram friend. And then we realized we live near each other, and now she's a swimmer with our little pod of friends. It's amazing. So go figure. Go figure. It's really something special. So here we are
Well,
in our
Alexi, what I think is really neat is how water plays such a big part of your story. Like I love that story of you and Capri taking that leap.
Yes, that's right. That is
It's
right.
a
That is
really
so
important part
true.
of who you are and what you do. It's kind of neat. There's a whole flow to it.
Yes, flow, exactly. Well, you know what, Billy, you're absolutely correct. And I won't go into the whole, if you've ever heard of oh my gosh, I totally forgot the name of that place in Capri. That, what is it called? The Blue Grotto. So there's a cave in the island of Capri. It's called the Blue Grotto, and it's a sea cave, and the water is iridescent. And I had read about it for years, and I found myself on the Isle of Capri, and all I wanted to do was you take a little canoe to go into, they've got, people that work these canoes, and you can go in and see the Blue Grotto. Except when I finally took all the buses and stuff to go to this one spot, they were closed for the day, and they were going away and saying ciao, and they were closed. So I don't know what possessed me. The spirit moved, and I was with some tourists. There was only like 10 people on the dock being like, shucks, we missed it. And I was like, I am not missing this. And I took off whatever clothing I felt was appropriate to take off, left my passport and wallet on the dock, jumped in the sea, and swam into that cave. And it was unbelievable. It was an unbelievable experience. And then my husband jumped in, actually more concerned for my life than to have the experience. And then like two other people followed us because they were like, why not? When in Rome or Capri, do it. But it's so true. It's so true. There is something about that water. And maybe, Kanani, that idea of the subconscious to going beneath our level of awareness and allow ourselves to swim in the unknown and to hold that piece of possibility is actually, you're right, Billy, such a big part of my own personal journey. And because I like to share in my journey as a form of teaching, by me being transparent in my own journey and being open to whatever is showing up in my world, it's my intention is to let that inspire you. You don't have to you can swap swimming with whatever you wish. But the idea is to use all these beautiful tools, nature, water, facing your fears, listening to murmurings of your heart, to expand your experience here on the planet. Why not? Why not?
And this is so true, because I need to share that um, in Hawaii, our old traditions stem to family members that live in the sea. And our totems, or our aumakua, for our family is the shark. And I've always been told that we have keepers of the shark in our past, in our genealogy, to the point where they would raise them from small. And as they got bigger and bigger and bigger, the shark would come in and you could actually pet, and the shark was fed by our family members. And I actually have a picture of an auntie with a shark in her lap. And wow, they keep that tradition alive. And in the chant that speaks to our ancestors, which I did the time we went to the crater, the second time I saw you, which was a year ago. And we went up to the crater, which, by the way, our grandmother is home. The greatest grandmother of all has come home, and we are glowing with the flow there up in the crater. And the night that it happened, when our lava came back into our crater that we went and visited, Alexa.
Yes, yes.
My son called me and he said, Mom, I know it's late, but Tutu, our grandmother Pele, is home. Wow. And we got into the truck and we drove about 45 minutes to get up there. And we got right next to the best spot. And we welcomed her home. And we were just so grateful for the glow in the sky and all of the affirmations that came from each and every one of us, that it feels so right to have our grandmother home. And so this is how we feel. Remember, Alexa, that magical moment when we went to the crater, we made an offering, we felt our relations again between each other, worked hard to put our offering together of just a fruit that is the embodiment of one of our gods, and gave it back to the land. And in thanks for allowing us to walk on the backbone of the land, to suckle at her breast, to be that whining, crying baby in the night, poking her in the ribs as we sleep. And yet she's so patient with us, you know? And we spoke about all of those things as we gave our offering. And so we give back, you know, in thanks and gratitude. And it's in these old chants that I actually discovered wishes and affirmations from long time traditions. And if you look in some of the oldest writings, they're manifesting, you know, they're pulling it out of the ethers too. It's coming from deep. And when you befriend that shark in your subconscious and you start to understand that the boogeyman is your greatest teacher, you know, or that actually when you befriend the boogeyman, right, and you come to understand a new level of relation, a new level of understanding, new awareness, new pathways, new friends, new family,
Yeah.
new worlds, really.
Yeah.
That's us doing the work. That's us being who we want to be from before we even came here. It's all about the experience. So let's wish for the safety, for the gentility of the greatest teachers. Let's invite those teachers into our life in a way that is benevolent, sensitive, and kind, and wise, and ready to teach us in the way that we're ready to learn, but always with the willingness to do the work. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Such wisdom. I can't wait. We're going to be doing a Wishbeads retreat in Hilo, and Kanani is definitely going to be, I wouldn't say just teaching, because I actually want you to attend the entire thing. So
I want to
we'll
be
talk.
there the whole time.
Yeah, you're going to be there the whole time. But you also, I'm sure you're such a beautiful teacher, and there's just, your energy is so wonderful. And I love this idea of befriending the sharks and whatever sharks mean for you. And there's many times when I share that, we're swimming in the ocean and people ask me about the sharks. And I said, yeah, they're there. They're there. And I'm just trusting that they're just going to keep us safe and move along, and trust that we can all be there together. But I would love, Kanani, thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we begin the actual visualization of the guided visualization, I would be so honored if you would do some singing for us to take us into the experience, and whatever moves you. When we did on my podcast recording with Kanani, she also sang for us. It's really powerful, but I thought that might be a beautiful way for us to transition into the visualization itself. Oh, I think you're muted.
Thank you. So I've been doing an affirmations presentation with a song called Pleasant Words, and I should probably put it in the chat so that you guys, if I can, let me see if I can just drag it in there. Nope, I can't. Um, anyway, um, I gave my son a Wishbead bracelet when he was struggling, really having a hard time, almost too depressed, like really. And so I gave him a tiger's eye, a Wishbead bracelet. And from when he was a little boy, we did affirmations. I always had affirmations, a little deck of the Avery business card that you can buy at Office Max. Well, we turned them into affirmation cards. I am a great reader. I love learning. I love my playful heart. I'm a good friend. Stuff like that from when he was really small. And so I gave him a Wishbead bracelet. We rendered a bunch of affirmations for it this time in his life at the age that he was a couple years ago. He took one of the affirmations and put it in his bracelet.
Oh,
He has really come around. I mean, he's ready for school. He's 24 years old, but he's ready to go into the maritime world. He's figured out his direction, and now it's just a matter of between two schools which one he's going to go to. But
nice.
yeah, and when I bought everybody wish beads this year for Christmas, I bought all the girls in my family because we're all disconnected. We usually get together at Christmas at the matriarch's home, which is my mother. And I bought everybody wish beads. And they all called me yesterday when they opened and they were like, what is this? What's this book? I said, we're going to have our own virtual wish circle together. And my aunties, all my elders were like, you know what? That's how we need to do this. That's how we're going to open up 2021 as a family. And they're like, and you know the wish bead maker? I was like, yeah, she's my good friend. She's VIP, man. We're lucky. And so yeah, so I've been singing this song, Pleasant Words, um, for each of the affirmation presentations, and it's been rolling like a snowball. As soon as I do it, somebody else wants me to do it, like at the college, at the university, or at somebody's elementary school with their staff. And it's really just taking the power of affirmations into the home. And so the song goes like this. It talks about how the house is the main thing, and how, although we take it for granted sometimes, those nice words, it's not something that's an endless resource. You have to keep it going and you have to treasure it. And it actually brings in an old scripture, and it's all in Hawaiian. So it was written by our ancestors of the past that was embracing the words of pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. So I'll sing that song. Is that okay?
You know what? That's perfect. And I welcome everybody to close your eyes and just allow the sound to sort of soak into your being. And then keep your eyes closed at the conclusion, and we'll go right into the visualization.
Awesome. I wish
Sounds
I had
good.
my ukulele, but it's in the other room. But I usually play my ukulele to it. Should I go get it?
You know, we can. You can do
No,
what spirit
let's
moves
just
you. We'll
let's just
see.
sing it.
We'll
We'll
see.
just
Yeah,
sing it.
sometimes Zoom can be funny with music.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about the house, and then it's about the stones under the house as the main thing. But just remember that it's not an endless resource, and it's something that we need to treasure and never take for granted. O kahale, o ka mea pono, he vai vai no, he vai vai no. A ka a ole e mauana I ka vai vai. He po haku vai vai like, he vai vai no, he vai vai no. A ka a ole e mauana I ka vai vai. He mea ono, na olelo olu olu, he ono I ka uhane, a he ola I ka iwi. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and help to the bone. And that's it.
So beautiful. Thank you, Kanani. Oh, thank you so much. Let's just take a moment to just take a big, deep breath in and allow all that loving sound, that beautiful sound to just sink into our cells, bringing us home to ourselves, bringing us home to our own light, our own love, our own feelings of safety and kindness and connection. And as we breathe in and slowly exhale at your own time, bring your awareness to your body. This is the home that you get to be in from the time you are here to the time you depart. And allow your attention to slowly, slowly scan your body to notice any place that you're just holding on a little bit. Allow your awareness to soften, bringing that air to any place of tension in your body and just gently encouraging it to let go. Breathing deeply in, imagine that that air is sending vitality to your muscles, to your organs. And now imagine that there is from high above you this golden, golden light that is going to softly shimmer down and slowly, slowly pour in from the top of your head, sending that light through your body, through your cells, awakening, nourishing, grounding you. The light is moving from the top of your head, down the back of your head, down your neck, the front of your face, softening your eyes, your ears. That light is moving down, pouring over your shoulders, expanding your shoulders, allowing your shoulders to soften and drop. The light is moving down through your chest, sending beautiful golden nourishing light around your heart, your lungs, down your spine, softening the muscles of your back and your abdomen, your body being a vessel of light. Now that light is slowly moving through your torso, your hips, grounding you in your chair. That light is moving down your legs, softening your knees, softening your ankles and feet. See your body shimmering with this healing light. And as you continue to breathe softly in and out, I invite you to picture a beautiful ball of light in the center of your chest, in the area near your heart. This is your light, and it can be any color you wish. As you breathe in, really see that big, beautiful ball of light, your light. Imagine that light right now. And as you exhale, imagine that that light is just expanding out from your chest. As you inhale deeply, the light is growing in intensity. It is getting stronger. And as you exhale, the light is softly expanding. One more time, that inhale is growing that light in intensity. It's getting brighter and stronger. And as you exhale, that light is expanding. And as you inhale, your light is growing so strong, it becomes a beam of light shooting out from the center of your chest like an old-fashioned movie projector. Your light in a beam shooting out from your chest is now being projected on a white screen in front of you. Picture your light shining on that screen right now. Watch your light on the screen slowly, slowly come into focus. This is actually a movie of your life. In a moment in time where you're actually living your life as if your wish has already come true. Allow this image to come into focus right now. See a moment in time. Just see what am I doing? What is happening in this moment in time at some point in the future where I am living my wish? Now, even if you may or may not be seeing something, but just allow the energy of that invitation to draw you closer and closer and closer to the screen. Imagine yourself so close to this screen that you actually step inside the image. You are there right now, living your life as if your wishes come true. Be there right now. Allow yourself to see, feel, and experience your wish. Now, in this time and place, everything feels just right. And I invite you to awaken your senses to really notice as many details as possible in this time and place where everything feels just right. Really look around this time and place and see if you can notice the quality of the light around you. See if you can notice, what are you wearing in this time and place where everything feels just right? Notice yourself right now. What shoes do you have on? See if you can find your hands and look at your hands in this time and place where everything feels just right. Now move around and see if you can look around the horizon, look around you. See if you can notice what's happening in the distance or in the far end of the room. Notice a tiny detail when you look up. And in this time and place, I invite you to listen. What sounds do you hear in this special time where everything feels just right? What do you hear? And as you move around just a little bit more, see if you can notice if there's anyone with you. Maybe off in the distance or in the other room. Just bring your awareness to who else is in this time and place. And now I invite you to really pay attention to what are 3 words that would describe how you feel in this time and place where everything feels just right. What words would you describe? What 3 adjectives would you use to describe this time and place? How do you feel? What words would you describe how you feel in this time and place? And now, see if you can notice 3 tiny details, really specific details about this time and place as you move through the space, as you listen, as you look at your body. What are 3 tiny details that you notice in this time and place? Notice them now. 3 specific details. And now I invite you to take a big, deep breath in, taking in the energy of this time and place, and imagine that all of the feelings and details and energy and sounds, all of them are inside you, inside your light. For this image, this place came from your light, which means that you can go back here anytime you wish. Simply by closing your eyes, placing your hand over your heart, you can drink from the energy of this time and place, remembering all the details, all the energy, all the sounds. So before we go back to our time and place, breathe in this energy. And as you drink in all of the details, challenge yourself to notice just one more thing. What's one more tiny detail you can recognize? Notice that now. Now slowly, slowly, knowing that you can come back here anytime you wish, I invite you, when you're ready, very slowly, slowly, with the next inhalation in, to bring your awareness back to your own body. Bring your awareness back to your spine, to your feet, and wiggling your toes. Just slowly, slowly bring your energy back to yourself. Softening your shoulders. We're going to come back now to our time and place. Breathing in one more time. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly fluttering your eyes open. And you can come back. Welcome back, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Kanani, thank you for that beautiful song. Oh, so beautiful. What a magnificent send-off into the ether. Yay, thank you. Now here is what happens next. I hope everybody enjoyed that little journey. You went on a little vacation. This is the best kind of 2020 vacation, germ-free. And what's going to happen next after we end our wish circle, I would encourage each of you to grab either your wish workbook or a journal or anywhere where you like to take notes and actually anchor your experience, whatever you experienced, by writing it down in detail in present tense language. So what you experienced isn't something that happened, it's going to happen in the future, or recording your experience as if this is something that happened in the past, as if in my past tense wish circle experience. Instead, anchor that language in the present. Bring yourself there to say, I am standing. For me, I was out in nature again. It's just sunset, the magic hour. The light is coming through the trees and I can see the bugs dancing in the light. I'm barefoot on a dirt path, actually, with a basket on my left hip. And I've just picked all these really fresh vegetables. In fact, my zucchini is awesome, and I cannot wait to cook it tonight. And I'm hearing the sounds of laughter in the distance, and it's warm. I'm wearing something sleeveless, and I feel so bountiful. That's the word that I was thinking of, bountiful. So that's an example that you bring that energy into your right now, like it's happening. And so the more detail you can add to that, the more vivid it comes, but we also bring it from the intangible by making it tangible by writing it out. There's some power to that, even if it feels fanciful. And let's say, for example, more details come to you just in the writing. There is no wrong way to do this. They're just my suggestions, but go ahead and add them in. Add to it. If you meditate or you want to visualize, go back to this place for you and add more details, have more experiences, wander a little bit more, go deeper with it. If you feel like you didn't go deep enough, go and do it again. So that's sort of the fun part too to all of this. Look at all your beautiful faces. I'm so happy we're here together. Now, I would love for you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Kanani is taking out her ukulele. It sounds like you want to play for us. And to that, I say, yes, please.
It should come through okay.
It did. It sounds beautiful.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Love this wish circle. Thank you for that powerful visualization. And I mean, I was in my chalet with a with a tiny little bowl of crystals in the water as I went into the pool there. And there's a little bowl just on a little rocky ledge of crystals that were just catching the afternoon light. What a
So,
powerful meditation. Thank you.
so beautiful. And your energy is just like a balm to the soul. It really is. And we've all been so blessed by your teaching and your wisdom and your energy and your song and allowing that to just penetrate into all of us and fill us with so much gratitude. And I'm just so happy to have you as a friend, but also as a teacher. And I'm just so delighted that the universe conspired to bring not just the two of us together, but to all of us together, which is so cool.
Mahalo
So,
Nui. And although Mommy Billy has just stepped out of the screen, that song is dedicated to your mom. Dedicated
oh,
to mom.
oh, well, we'll have to tell her when she steps back in. I don't know what
Sure.
happened to her. She's off doing
No
something.
problem. She probably had to go do something, but I was singing to her. And,
Oh,
and to all of you, I could feel it. I could feel it. And you know what? It's a therapeutic. So the words that came for me was my actively loving and therapeutic chalet. It's been a very therapeutic circle. Mahalo nui. I needed my energy to settle down after the holiday. So Mom, Billy, I dedicated that song to you.
Thank you.
that was that
So
was for you.
beautiful.
For
I'm
you,
a
Mom.
crier. If Alexa hasn't told you, I'm a crier.
she's a crier.
I was I was so touched.
So that's our water system, and it flows, your tears flow, and when they touch your heart, your chest, that's the ever flowing circle of life. So we want the tears to fall upon the bosom because that heart is
They were
pumping, yeah. So we're replenishing. So that's a good thing. You
so
know, we're
good.
here ordeals. We have to go through ordeals sometimes. That's just the way of this world, and so we're supposed to be going through ordeals and feel that tension because when the other picks us up, that is the release of all that tension, and then we can let in all the softness and the therapeutic space. So yeah, tears are sometimes they're tears of joy, but
Well,
we seek to
and I
cry.
was going to say to you, tears of joy, because truthfully, that's what they were today.
Mm.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys.
And I also love your teaching about, the things that people can think of as fearful. So, Pele and starting the volcanic activity. But I love that instead of moving away from it, your family is like, let's go welcome her. She is back. Let's welcome her. And the same with like hugging or petting a shark. It's so true that you can have these, concepts like obstacles are your best teachers, but that feels like different energy than no, bring the shark over to you and give the shark some love, you know
No,
hello Pele, oh, what powerful lava you have, you know
so I worked with civil defense where we do all the emergencies, and I had to do community meetings, and I mean like the whole school cafeteria just full of so much tension. And when the elders from the area come up on the mic and talk about what it means to survive many flows over many generations, they talked about how they clean their house, they take all the rubbish to the dump, they make their house ready, and if grandmother Tutupele wants to come back home, they welcome her into their home. And they're so accustomed to leaning on their relations
Mm.
that they know they have family land, they have places to go. Everybody has to move a little bit over to the right or the left to make room at the table. But I mean, amidst all the stress and tension, we've lived with this energy here
Mm.
for all of our lives, right? For many generations. And so we know who is the keeper of the land. We know who is the creator. And we know that we are suckling at the breast of mother all of our lives now. And so we're toddling about, yeah? We're just toddling about trying to do our thing. But our greatest teacher is Mother Nature, our most powerful teacher.
Yeah.
And I've been taught the 10 houses of knowledge. And the second house of knowledge, the first house is your own self awareness. You know, love all that you see, live all that you feel, and know all that you possess. That's the first house. The second house of knowledge is Papa Hanau Moku is your greatest teacher, or Mother Earth is your greatest teacher. So go outside, observe, look at that zucchini bursting with life force energy. You know, feel the edge of that basket cutting into your hip a little bit, you know, because of all the bounty you're carrying with you, and know that that's your sustenance from Mother. And if you can leave a little gift behind of your words or a song or a chant of thanks or just the name of the place, because in saying the name, it gives the place life.
Mm.
Do that. Do that.
That's so beautiful. I mean, right? Couldn't you just learn from Kanani all day long, all day, every day? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. But it's just so beautiful. And actually think that the dose of humility that nature provides is just what we need so that we can actually understand the power of letting go and allow, I mean, that there you cannot stop a lava flow in the same way that you cannot stop a tsunami, or you can't, that's, nature is very, very powerful. And it's actually, oh, it's a weird blessed relief to understand, oh, I want to be, in a way put in my place. And I feel that humility when I go to the water's edge and I humbly ask the sea to keep me safe and to welcome me in and to share the space with so many creatures that I cannot see, and some that peek their head and I can see. But it's a very different, it's a different energy than being in the land. So it's been a great teacher.
Beautiful. Yeah. And so I'll share with you the words to pleasant words, and maybe you can email it or put it out there. I don't know where. Maybe as notes or somewhere on a
Yep,
podcast or something.
yes, I'm gonna do an audio recording. So even though I've upgraded you all to panelists so we can see your beautiful faces, when we do post the replay, I don't actually put your images for privacy. So we will put all of the words in the show notes to the recording of the Wish Circle.
And I'll have an audio recording too, just because a lot of people who've been coming to that affirmations presentation, they're like, we want to keep singing that song.
Yes, please.
It's actually my children's favorite song. They ask for it all the time, and they're big now. I've got a 25, 24-year-old and 18-year-old, and they still want me to sing this song. So
I want you to sing that song to me before I go to bed. That sounds really nice. So yes, I mean, honestly, if there's some way, we'll talk afterward to get the recording or any of that, and I'll put all kinds of links. And also, if anybody is considering a trip to Hilo, Hawaii, I hope I will put Kanani's information, because she does amazing teaching experiences, and I cannot recommend them enough. They've been really life altering.
come to Hilo,
Come
and
to Hilo.
we'll go meet grandmother.
Yes, we'll go to the crater and make a very powerful offering. Oh, well, thank you, everybody. We're wrapping up. If anybody wants to stay and ask me any questions about their experience, it's also something that I'm happy to do. If you have a question about what you visualized or how you can bring that to you by taking action now or whatever, I will stay on. But anybody who wants to depart, I'm so happy you were here. I'm so honored. And Kanani, I'm so thankful that you shared your wisdom and your song and your beautiful spirit with us today. I'm so grateful.
I'm the grateful one for our relation. Thank you. We have richness in each and
Yes.
every one of us, our relation together. Remember that where the wealth is, it's between us. It's held between us. Thank you, everyone. Thank
Oh,
you, Alexa.
thank you. Thank you, Kanani.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you,
Oh, my
Kanani.
pleasure. So
This is
happy to have you all
beautiful.
here.
Hi, Billy.
Thank you. Thank you.